This is Chase Barnett with LPN Online. Last week, Glenn Donahue was sentenced. Following the sentencing, Officer Derman's wife, Brandy, and Commonwealth Attorney Ray Larson made a comment to the media. Let's join their statement in progress.
It pains me that to the legislation, my husband's life was only worth 20 years. Because I assure you, Brian would have been here with us longer than 20 years. He had a lot of life left to live. Unfortunately, he didn't get that chance. It is so frustrating that the system is geared towards the defendant, and people lose sight of who the real victim is. Brian will never get to see Brayton get married, graduate from college. He won't get to go to Boy Scout campouts with him. I think that the legislation is far too lenient with these offenders. And to say that the way my husband was killed and the charged manslaughter is considered a nonviolent crime is heinous. Brian could not have been killed more violently, being run over and left there in the street to suffer. It would have satisfied me if he had not been allowed to get off so many previous times, and he would have been held accountable for his actions. My husband might still be here. From the night of April 29th, I didn't realize that this would be a lifelong endeavor for me. I have to go to these hearings to defend my husband since he can't be here to do it himself. I was prepared to address him given the chance. So, being as he's been incarcerated this entire year, I would think that if he felt sorry for what he had done, he would have thought of a few things that he might have said. But apparently that's not the case. I just want him to remember my little boy, and that his actions that evening have affected him the rest of his life. He lost his own mother. He knows how that must feel. And instead of doing something with his life and helping people, turning that into a positive, he's done it to another child.
Now that this is over, Brandy and Braden must now face their lives without Brian. I've come to admire the strength of this woman and her family. The support that has been shown for she and Braden and the police through all of this ordeal has just been humbling. I have no doubt that that support will continue because the police family is strong. However, strong is not a word that I associate with Kentucky's sentencing laws enacted by our legislature. There does not appear to be any truth in Kentucky's sentencing laws, although they like to throw the term truth in sentencing around. Why is the violent, nonviolent crime issue significant? Because if you're convicted of a violent crime, you have to serve 85% of your time. If you're convicted of a nonviolent crime, you're looking at 15% or 20%, and it's probatable. No matter how many years under Kentucky's sentencing scheme that you get for a Class D or Class C felonies, if he would have killed 15 people and gotten the maximum sentence under manslaughter convictions times 15, he still could only be sentenced to 20 years under these wimpy laws. We can only assume that the legislature's purpose in enacting these laws is to save money. They've told us as much. Unfortunately, the public is unaware of these laws, and they just get angry when they hear what they heard today.
This is Chase Barnett reporting for LPN Online.